Hello, we are going to review client initiation, specifically the referral process. This is a fairly complicated process. We're going to go through several of the steps so that you understand what all goes into this. There are a few different types of referrals. There's a referring agency, a direct referral, and generated referrals. Most of what we see are going to be from a referral department within the CCBs. That's Community Center Board. We also have access to the life-limiting illness waiver for children under 19. That comes through a whole different system rather than the CCBs. We have direct referrals. That's my family friends. That's somebody that another client knows. Those types of direct referrals. And then those generated referrals. Those are things that we might have sent out a mailer. We might have gone to an event and we're talking to people that are donating our times, and they are people that we directly met. Direct referrals and generated referrals are going to move a lot faster than this process that we're reviewing now. They're going to generally come with more details on who the person is and what they need, scheduling, as well as contact information. The bulk of our referrals from referral agencies do not offer anything besides the basics. What you see is what we have. This can take a while. So when you are responding to a referral, I want you to keep this process in the back of your mind. When a family needs services, they're going to tell their case manager that. That case manager is then going to do a write-up and send it to the referral department. That referral department follows their own private procedures, and then they do a PASA send-out. We are the PASA, a program-approved service agency. Once we get it, then we're sending it out to all of you, and you are then reviewing it. You have a few days to do that and send in a positive response. Angel Service takes that positive response that you've provided and sends it back to the referral department. That referral department then waits several days, whatever their protocol is, gathers all of that information, and then we are back to the case manager. That case manager takes all that information and sends it to the family and client. You'll notice here that there is an extra space here just for life. All families are busy. It can take a while from the time that they receive the information to the time they start reaching out. They reach out, you do a meet and greet. You guys decide to work together, fantastic, and then we can start the initiation process. That initiation process is going to include getting a service plan from the case manager, getting an intake from the family, and care coordination. That's you giving us your treatment plan so we can put it all into the system for you. When you want to receive referrals, you've got to tell me. Send an SCOM to Serena. If you don't remember how to send an SCOM, it's right there. You'll click Compose and follow the process. Once you have decided that you do want to get referrals, then I'm going to, or whoever is caring for our referrals at the moment, is going to add you to the caseload. Those referrals are going to pop up on your To-Do tab as a T-log. Now, you're going to be reading these T-logs on a regular basis because that is where a lot of your client updates are. You do have to log into the main website for this, the therapservices.net, because the app does not work for this. If you haven't been in here for a couple days, you can always search up here. You can also filter this way. So you're going to search your T-logs, and you're going to type in RFP, or simply look for your acknowledgement status of unacknowledged. Click search, and they are going to be pulled up. Depending on who sends it to us and what information they have, the summary is going to look different, okay? If you see the letters SLS, you know you're automatically looking at working with an adult. If you see the letters CES, you know you're automatically working with a child under 18 because those are associated with their Medicaid waivers and their funding sources. You'll notice that they do all have an expiration date. These are external dates. I don't have control over them. There's no point in responding to something after the expiration date because there's nothing I can do to help. Go ahead and select one that looks interesting. Now, I do want to highlight this one. It says recent. When you see recent, it means that this family tried to go through the referral system with their CCB, Community Center Board, and either failed to get any responses or failed to get a good pairing with a provider that responded. That means they're really interested in services. They're trying. I take an extra look at those. This is really important. We ask that providers only respond positively to the referral if you can fulfill the specific needs. I understand that we all want to help. That is why we are here. However, there is nothing more heartbreaking than for a family to receive a positive response when that provider really isn't interested in the services or the details in the referral. Make sure you read it. Somebody took the time to write it to try to get a good pairing. It's our due diligence to take the time to read it to make sure we have what they're asking for. Now, that doesn't mean that things don't work out and nobody's to blame. Sometimes it happens because there's always going to be more details in the meet and greet than what's in the referral, but do read it carefully. They're all going to be instructions depending on what we have to do, and that changes depending on whether referrals coming from these instructions may vary. Most of the time, it's going to be this set of instructions though. If you're interested in a referral, you are going to click the add follow-up. That's how you respond. If you send an SCOM, a text message, or anything else, or just create a new T-log, you may or may not be able to get processed in by the timeline or before somebody else responds. If somebody else has already responded and you're going to be able to see that, you're more than welcome to still add in a positive response. That way the family can interview with multiple people if they so choose to, or they have a team approach because some referrals, they'll want multiple people working with them. The other option is if it wasn't a good fit for whatever reason with the first provider, you're going to be the next person that we call. Attached, you're going to see the referral. These are from the referring departments. I don't control it. This is in our form. What we have is what we've got. I don't have anything else. This particular one has information on where the person lives. They live at Parker Road and Main Street in Parker. That's going to be all you get for location-wise. You also get their age. You get some supervision. You get relevant diagnoses. Keep reading through here. Those are some of the snapshots that help you make choices as far as geographic area, so you know when you can have openings to offer. When you get through some of these details, these are some of the important pieces because this is about who this person is, what they need. You're going to see that they're nonverbal, so you're going to want to be comfortable working with somebody who's nonverbal and have skill sets. If that's not something you already have, guess what? All you have to do is ask. You are going to get offered mentorship because this is a community and we want to see as many people helping and being able to do what we do. You'll also know that, you'll also know that they have autism meltdowns. And depending on who's writing this, they may have lots of details or little. You can see that they have a wheelchair. So that might be something that you may be able to shape your services around as far as, okay, if I'm a massage therapist, am I going to have them lifted out and placed on a bed or on a table to work on them? Or am I going to use stationary techniques in order to help manipulate their body while they maintain their position in their chair? At the bottom, you're going to be able to see some of the request around services. This particular kiddo is looking for massage therapy, and they are requesting 1 hour every week, and they do want it to be in their home, and afternoon or evenings are best. This may not be something you can do. If you can't meet these basic requirements, if you don't have any afternoon or evening openings, you're not going to want to respond to that. You're going to go ahead and exit out. If it's not something you can do, you're all done. You can acknowledge it and go to the next, or you can just go to the next. It's up to you. If you acknowledge and go to the next, then it will go off of your to-do screen. However, we are going to say this kiddo is somebody that you would adore helping, and add a follow-up. I'm going to go back just to make sure that you saw that. Whoops. If you want to filter, it's right there. You can filter by different words and pull up things that might be more relevant. Add follow-up. Now, in this line, and these are in the instructions, so you don't have to memorize everything. You're going to positive response from, we're going to say the business is Lovely Massage for Children. You can put your business name, or you can put your name. If you put your name, I do suggest you put your first and last name, because we do have a few providers who share the first name, and I don't want to get anybody confused. These notes go to the family. So this is not something you're writing for me, the case manager, or the referring department. This is what you're writing for the family. We're going to say, my name is Sue Lemon. You're welcome to change this if you want to. This is just your template to help you out. The openings I have are Mondays at 3 or Thursdays at 5. You might have specific openings such as this, or you might have a range. I'm open Monday afternoons and Friday mornings. It depends on what your schedule is like. But make sure that they have an idea. That'll help them filter. That way, if you only have openings on Fridays and they're already booked, they're not going to get their hopes up, and you're not going to go out for a meet and greet and not be able to meet their needs. This next piece is the chance for you to show them that you've read their referral and that you're taking in consideration who they are and what they need. If you want to give them your direct phone number, you are welcome to do so. You just need to keep in mind that if you talk to your clients first, keep in mind that you cannot start service with them until they have completed their initiation process with us. And if you can't provide the service, make sure that you reach out to us, because remember, there might have been somebody else who was interested and could help too. So I'm going to use a mobile device for this video so I can just speak in my response. You can see that I related something back to their personal needs and their services, as well as just that personal piece of who they are about their dogs. All right, we had a slight interruption. So we hit submit. If you go back to the form, you're going to be able to see that there's been a positive response for Lovely Massage for Children. when I see this, or whoever is responding to our referrals, they are going to take your information and they are going to complete the process for that community center board or other referring agencies. When that's complete, we're going to come in here and add a follow-up showing you that it is. And we're going to say positive response, processed, sent in, something along those lines. And we're going to hit submit. If you click back to form, that's where you can see after you hit submit that it has been attached to that RFP. And then that's when the waiting begins. Once we receive that phone call or you receive the phone call, then we'll go on to the next client initiation steps. And that's a different video. Have a lovely day. I hope this was helpful. Please make sure to let me know if there was any questions or if you have any feedback on how this could be better for you and your fellow providers. Take care. Bye.